Mike 49. Here we go again.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Dolphins.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You don't want nothing. You don't want nothing. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Back for it.
The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
And him running the football is not something the defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rosen. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. With Devontae Parker, there was quite a bit of chatter in the offseason that the Dolphins might not pick up his fifth-year option, but they did. And one man who's certainly happy with that, quarterback Josh Rosen. It's a guy that Brian Flores, head coach in Miami, wants around and in that locker room. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Whip. Watch the whip. Jack.
This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On the ground, it's Singletary. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mike 59. Too little, Cupcake. Tighten up.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To the air, Allen. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. Don't think about being able to use the backside of the backfield.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Raekwon McMillan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Hey, Eddie! Check right, 39. I got you.
Operating from the red zone down. Allen. And the grab by Croft. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Allen now looks to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Alert, alert, alert! Hey, high 7. Here we go. 55's mine, here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Matt Milano came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 84 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end.
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
A gain of 16 yards.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Rosen on 1st and 10. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. Tre'Davious White on coverage.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Rosen again on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Alert!
Again, it's Rosen. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Middle. Bravo!
From the gun, it's Rosen. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jerry Hughes. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Rosen. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Dolphins 14, Bills 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He'll let it go deep for Foster. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Allen going to throw. And this one caught by Beasley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. Short throw hauled in by Croft. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Bills are certainly happy to have a healthy Tyler Croft. Remember, he had a season-ending foot injury last year with the Bengals in Week 5. So the Bills get him, and he re-injures that same foot in May in OTAs, but out there now and says he's feeling pretty good. It's complete. It's Gore. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. "44-yard punt, return of 9. And it'll be Dolphin football.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Rosen will throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. White now to return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Allen now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against?
He wasn't ready.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check. Gun. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Working out of a shotgun. Here's Allen. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
On 1st down, Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Let's go, defense. Let's go. Five wide. Under 10. 10, go.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills get a bit closer. Hauschka with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Rosen. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he finds Parker here, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And they'll indeed go for it with Rosen. Flushed out right. Going deep here for Parker. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Sanders for the Dolphin field goal. A 42-yard
The kick by Sanders is good. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Returnable for Grant. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They go back to Grant. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. On third down, Grant. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return, it's White. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now on 2nd and 13, Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take.
And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that's complete to Croft. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's got some space here. A huge play there on the screen pass. And even 50 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills cut into that lead. Hauschka adds the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead, and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Back now in Buffalo. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And now it's Rosen looking. Flush to his right. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 37. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball. Made
it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Taco Charlton. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
Check Mike 39. Hey, alert! No, hey, wahoo! Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. Call that a very strong gain of 24. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. And the grab by Croft. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Rowe that time able to knock that pass away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Raekwon McMillan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Allen. That'll be taken in by Beasley. Touchdown, Buffalo. Cole Beasley, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Hauschka with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 49. Big stop, G.
On first down, it's Rosen. Looking deep for Jennings. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing now is Rosen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked out by Jordan Poyer. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Foster. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Raekwon McMillan in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll look to throw, and he's going to have the connection to Foster. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. To throw is Allen. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Brianne Body Calhoun. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Rosen will throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Parker again, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. He's back to throw. Now in desperation. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. After the interception, here's Rosen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3